everybody, and welcome back to Jez Pure Tarot Readings and Spiritual Channel. So today I'm going to talk about the Tibetan, if I'm saying it right, Tibetan bow, the singing bow, to make it short. There are different kind of singing bows, and this bow is used for meditation. A lot of healing people out there that heals with yoga and stuff that way, they use this as well. And I just wanted to explain a little bit about the okay, we can lighten that up a little bit. The singing bow, the Tibetan bow. And okay, so it's been here for 3,000 years, and the Tibetan and the India people came, it's unknown where this comes from, and the frequency. So basically, the benefits for using this is sound healing activates the higher states of consciousness and clarity. The crystal singing bowls and these bows here, the Tibetan bows, are beautiful musical instruments that are used to support meditation, self-exploration, relaxation, and spiritual discovery. Also, with that being said, I want to point out that the frequency that comes out of these bows, it clears up negative energies. It helps you with healing and balancing. So, it can be a part of your meditation, with these bows as well. And it'll heighten your awareness as well. And I want to say something about the hertz. So the hertz is cycles per second. So say if that we want to be in that meditative consciousness state. So when we play this at 4-7.5 hertz, so that means that 4-7.5 cycles per second, you're hearing this is going through your body. While this is happening, your body is in full relaxation, where you reach deep inner soul and connect more to the divine. Also, you feel in the zone, and here is where you can access the spiritual guidance, healing, and creative and inspiration when you use your singing bowl on a regular basis. It helps you reach, it's called a theta, and eventually train your brain to the point you are able to access it on your own. And also, when we sleep, we are in that state. So this is the frequency we live in. 95% of the time during our waking hours is 14.40 hertz. Now, here's where the logical reasoning and alert side of our brain resides. Yeah, so it's and also to soothe your spirit. If you're looking to give yourself a few minutes of peace, but find it meditation is difficult to get into, try adding a Tibetan, a singing bowl, to your routine. Also, the singing will help you soothe your mind, body, and spirit, and give you a little relief from your day. And that's why I have it here, because this is what I'm going to be doing before I do anything as well. So yeah, so you can relax, and if you're going to drink tea, drink something, then that's cool. Just because and while I'm doing this, you can think about any questions sorry. That you might have. Sorry about that you might have. And yeah, so we're I'll be good. And if you want to meditate, that's fine. Whatever is good for you. And before we do that, I want to light the power sound so that and took a chance to, get comfortable, relax. Subscribe. Any questions you have, comments, suggestions, you can put in the chat box. Also, I do want to say that this reading may not resonate with everybody. And I always say that if whatever makes sense to you, take that, leave the rest, and yeah, and just move on. Also, I want to clear the cards. If they need to be clear. I don't read reverse cards, but if it's in your reading that half of your reading is reversed, I'm going to have to read them and clear them out as well. All positive energy in and all negative energy out. All positive energy in there too, and all negative energy out. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and give you some healing frequency for you guys. So, you want to breathe in and breathe out a couple of times. Settle down, relax your mind. So I asked Archangel Michael to surround us, guide us, and protect us, sending you frequency to clear the space, clear my viewers, client space as well. Clear all negative energy to my viewers too, as well as to me. I want to send out all balance and healing energies for myself, to my viewers. have any questions while I'm saying the prayer, before I start, you can go ahead and meditate on that, ask, or anything as well. So with that being said, moving on. I ask that my crown chakra be open to receive intuitive information from the universe. I ask that my third eye chakra can be open so that I can see all vision crystal clear with clarity. I ask that my throat chakra be open so that I can communicate clearly and accurately. I ask that my heart chakra be open so that I may receive messages with love and relay messages with love. I ask that my solar plexus chakra be open so that I may speak of these visions or impressions, guidance and truth with confidence and without the fear of being wrong. I ask that my sacral chakra be open so that I may embrace and accept others as they are without judgment. I ask that my root chakra be open so that I may be grounded and offer practical and spiritual advice and guidance. I ask that all angels and guides to surround me during this sacred time. I ask you, Archangel Michael, to protect me and my viewers and clients from any spirits or unwanted energies or entities, seen or unseen, known or unknown, that want to cause confusion. I invite all higher beings of the light to be with me now and my viewers and clients, and it is with grateful in my heart. I thank you for being here now. Motivate. So, I want to just say some motivation, something that just brings to my mind. I don't know why, but it just does. And I want to say it. When you know yourself, you're empowered. When you accept yourself, you're invincible. Just a word of advice. Okay. So you got all that out the way. I like to keep the Palo Santo burning up, you know. It tends to turn off at times. It's wood, but it's supposed to be turned on at all times, but sometimes it just stops at a certain point. And also I want to light some incense, so this is the time to get relaxed. That's why sometimes I do these things, so that you can not rush and, take your time and be comfortable. So this is, and I'm sorry, I've been doing Sagittarius reading today. And basically we do a three basic reading, and then if there's cards that need to be clear, well, I'll clear them out. Baby, 1 second. Yeah, I'll clear them out and see what's happening as well. And also, if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat below. And I answer all questions after the reading. And if you have any comments, concerns, or anything, you can share, like, watch this channel. I really do appreciate you guys when you subscribe to my channel, because I like to help people and finding out the source of what's going on. Sometimes life can take us in a way that we don't know what's going on. So this is like an enlightenment and enhancement of what could be happening. It doesn't pinpoint exactly what, but it sometimes you be surprised. So, the more we face, the more we ask the spirit, the love, the deceased loved ones, and our guides. And also sometimes, they're trying to tell us something, a message or something, and sometimes we don't see the signs because we're too busy with trying to keep up with life, or sometimes, yeah. But with that being said, so when you subscribe to my channel, stuff that way, all you have to do is text me at Jez, Jez Pure, Pure, Tarot, Jez Pure Tarot number 2 at gmail.com with your name on what you use to sign up. And the reason, not your name, I'm sorry, your sign. The reason why I say this is because what I do is I combine, see what sign most signed up, subscribed. And then for that sign, say if it's like a Taurus or Aries, then if it was an Aries that won, then for the whole month, I'll be doing Aries full reading. So it's kind of an advantage, you know what I mean? So yes, and if there's anything that you I missed or anything, you can read the description below. So we're going to go ahead and I will start with my angel cards to see if there's any advice or any suggestions that the angels have for Sagittarius. And then, yes, okay, so like I say, you can concentrate your question that you have now, or that you have, or been wanting to have and didn't get a chance to, and maybe now this is a chance to go ahead and ask the angels. Alright? So I'm going to shuffle the cards 3 times. Advice that you have for Sagittarius? Is there any advice that you have for Sagittarius? Is there any advice that you have for Sagittarius? We have to do that over again because it's like too many cards came out at the same time. So. And it just didn't feel right, so yeah. Angel spirits, do you have any suggestions or any advice for Sagittarius? Bear with me 1 second. Angel spirits, suggestions or advice that you have for Sagittarius? Sometimes there is no messages, but sometimes it takes a minute, so just bear with me. Seriously. Spirit, is there any messages for Sagittarius? Is there any messages for Sagittarius? Angels, is there any message for Sagittarius? Is there any message for Sagittarius? Steady progress, so that means that things are moving along, but they're not stagnant. It's not fast as how you think it's going. Alright, so we're going to use this. And I would read as it comes along. So that's the first message that the Spirit wants to tell you. Is there any more messages for Sagittarius? Is there any more messages for Sagittarius? Spirit angels, is there any more messages for Sagittarius? The ocean, their message. Okay, so we leave it at 3. And also this will be your reading, so okay, boom. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the side. So the first is steady progress. I don't know if you can see that. Steady progress. And this comes with a little message on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and read that little message. It says, angels acknowledge that you are the progress that, I'm sorry, message from the angels. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. And further meaning to this can mean the angels are trying to tell you this is like a reassurance. They're trying to reassure you that you're making progress, and you sometimes harshly compare yourself to others and feel that you should be like further ahead than where you're at now. And also you seem to you forget to see how far you've come, how many lessons you've learned, and how many people you've helped. Also focus on your progress instead of expecting perfection from yourself. So every day, take at least one small action step concerning your project that you're passionate about or you're working on. And also they could mean that you're, that even if it feels that you've been moving slowly, you should appreciate yourself and praise the light instead of cursing the darkness. And you have been on the right path, so even if it feels that you've been moving slow, you're still making some kind of progress in that way. So the angels are saying that at least you're making some kind of progress, and so we're gonna see in your reading what is that. And the next message that the angels want to tell. Oh. I don't know how things like that be happening. Seriously. uh, Cupid. Cupid. So I'm gonna like that read a little thing in the bottom, the message that they want you to. So Cupid says, we send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all its glorious aspects. Also, okay, so also, the angels are sending you love. And also, this card, they're saying that it could be that, like, some family member or your present or future work is helping children. Yeah, see children in your future, or you have children been on your mind lately, and if so, this card, the angels are saying that whatever you've been considering is a yes card, is good. This includes spending more time with children, looking into areas of employment related to young ones. Also, it signifies that a child is affected in some aspect of your question. This could be your own child, or you desire for a child. Yeah, in that aspect. It also could be that your life purpose involves helping children. Also, it could be as a child, pay attention to your inner child within yourself. And also, God and the heavens coming and saying that they love you, or maybe it can be that pregnancy or adopting might be a part of your life. Yeah, so you might want to, there's a message for that. So, okay. And moving on, let's see what's the next message from the universe. The ocean. The ocean. Okay, guys, and what it says, the ocean on the bottom, the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean, allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concern. So yeah, so you might want to go. I mean, there's days. These days are nice. Maybe you want to go by the ocean, or if you can't go by the ocean, you can visualize yourself like meditating that you're by the ocean, and giving you those, and make you feel better about yourself as well. So, with that being said, um, it also can be that you need um like to breathe that air, that clear air of the ocean. So yeah. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and see what the universe has to say. If there's any messages from the universe before we go ahead, do your 3 card reading and see what is going on in Sagittarius. I'm still in remodeling for this YouTube channel. Alright, guys. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Alright. This reads for Sagittarius. Spirit, is there any messages? Angels, is there any messages or any advice that you would like to give Sagittarius? Is there any advice for Sagittarius? It's a Sagittarius reading. Is there any advice from the universe? Is there any advice from the spirit? Spirit, is there any advice for Sagittarius? Messages for Sagittarius. Is there any messages, Spirit? Is there any messages for Sagittarius? Is there any messages? Let me try again in a few minutes. This is Sagittarius' reading. Is there any messages from the universe, from Spirit, for Sagittarius? Okay. We got one more card, see who comes out. Is there any more messages for Sagittarius Spirit? Is there any more messages for Sagittarius? Is there any more messages for Sagittarius Spirit? Is there any more messages for Sagittarius Spirit? Okay, we got 3 messages from the Spirit. Go ahead and clarify them before I do that. So, okay. So, Knight of Wands. So the ones that's associated with Knight of Wands. Message number one. So I say that wands are associated with fires, your inspiration, your creativities. Also is your passion. It could be for something. It could be for something, somebody. And in this Knight of Wands, it could mean that action, adventure, fearlessness. Uh, Also, bear with me 1 second. Um, it's okay. So, it, the Knight of Wands is a straightforward card. It appears that is, you know, if you're starting a creative project or something, then you should do so with lots of energy and enthusiastic. So this is like a go-ahead card. Um, from the message from the universe. If you ask any questions or things like that, this is what they're telling you. And also, it could mean that there's an event that you don't expect to happen soon, and it is also you should expect a lot of changes in your life, and more often, not the not either one indicates that is a hasty change, maybe a job, residence, or anything in your life. Um, Also, you should balance your realistic thoughts and well-rounded views, and you should also have a plan um, that takes into an account of consequences of your actions. And it seems to suggest that the seeker wants to complete important tasks. Also, one wants to impress others with one's knowledge and skill. And also, the card shows up in this um, when a person is planning to move to another place of residence as well. So yeah, so that is there's going to be these messages are going to be in your readings. And the Queen of Pentacles indicates this wise woman, very put together. And this is a woman of um, a wisdom, and it can be that it's somebody that you go to um, for advice, and also it could mean that the person that you go for advice is is trying to tell you that to think about to know. Okay, so she's well she's I'm just trying to put the words together. This is why I'm sorry. Okay, so before you do anything, okay, so if you have something going on in a situation and you are asking her a specific question, and she saying that her advice is to make sure that do not make dangerous financial decisions. Also, is a precaution, and remember all the lessons that you've learned, everything you've been through in your personal life to get where you at right now. And also, it's a it's a warning card. Just basically before you do anything drastic or any thing with your money, you want to think about it. And yeah, so this is what I'm getting at this moment from this card here. Also, the Nine of Wands, you're kind of like defending your grounds. You're it could be some kind of disagreements, some arguments. Nine of Wands are like we're in our feelings, and yeah. So the Nine of Wands, like I said, there could be some conflicts going on. No, yeah, just Nine of Wands. Yeah. Also, it can mean that you are. It's like hope, and you're faced by many problems, or okay, so if this is like a hope card, and when you're faced with many problems, like you lose a balance, and life with someone that has to go through many trials, through determination, and also you'll be able to overcome them. So what I'm getting is that it could mean that a person and has betrayed you, and has become trustworthy towards others. And also this may be because something that has happened a number of times. It might be on a first time, and but sometimes it's seeing hopelessness. And there's also hope and courage here, and the belief that is an outlook about this outlook is about to change. So someone or something may come into your life that will change your whole view of the past struggles, and it encourages you to take that risky move because they might surprise you, and and you're now ready to face your challenges. And this is maybe why the wands are in the front there, because you're ready to you're standing up, and you want to face your challenges that are coming ahead. Also, and if you're single, this means that, well, in the love aspect of this card, it signifies that you recognize that the love that you want, and what will require will be a lot of work, a lot of self-improvement, a lot of sacrifice. And also, in fact, this is the nature of all love. And many believe that love is only a feeling, but in reality, it comes from two lovers that are willing to adapt and work through problems together as a team. And that's not, um, and also it comes down to that it's constant communication and adjustment to realize that this is coming to you now, and you are preparing for it. It is likely that you are about to take a big step um, towards something that's coming to you in your romantic life, and you about or it could be you are about to propose or suggest to your partner that you take the next steps together. And also, in the love in this card suggests that should you do the work, you'll be successful. So yeah, so this is the message from the universe, and this will be in your reading as well. So we're gonna go ahead and see what's going on. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead and do your 3 card spread. bear with me a second. We can sign a drink right here. So much talk. You know what I mean? And the pulse has to keep going off. And I just want to make sure it's fine. It cuts off. I don't know why. The shades really don't, but it's fine. This helps with the, keeping the negative energies and all that away. It's the smell of it. I keep it away. They don't like the way it smells and stuff that way, but to us it smells good. So yeah, so this is why I always like to make sure it's fully on. All positive energy in and all negative energy out. Alright. We'll put that thing back in a minute. Sagittarius reading, Sagittarius reading spirit, Sagittarius reading. 3 card spirit reading for Sagittarius. Everybody has their own style and everybody has their own thing. The way they do things, so. I really don't like to pick the cards. I sometimes like to have spirit take it out depending. So sometimes this is the things that you can tell me if you like me to pick in the cards after I shuffle, or you have the spirit pick it out. So yeah. So spirit, this message is this reading is for Sagittarius, this reading is for Sagittarius. Spirit, Sagittarius, Sagittarius, is there anything that Sagittarius should know? Is there anything that Sagittarius should know, Spirit? This reading is for Sagittarius spirit. Is there any messages or anything that Sagittarius should know? And when I reach each card, I reach past. Okay, so each card has the past. Say the past is the past, that what was going on in the moment, in the past, in the moment, in that era of your career, financial, all that in that aspect of the past. This reading is for Sagittarius. This reading is for Sagittarius spirit. Is there anything that Sagittarius should know? Sometimes when it gets like that, I just like to go ahead and shuffle and get it clear when you shuffle it. You know? Sagittarius reading spirit, is there anything that Sagittarius should know? Is there anything that Sagittarius Sagittarius should know, Spirit? Is there anything that Sagittarius should know? Or is there any messages? Doesn't want to go in. Messages with this tarot reading is for Sagittarius. Spirit, is there any messages or anything that Sagittarius should know? Is there anything that Sagittarius should know? Spirit. Okay, guys. Past, present, and future. Okay. Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, it can, okay, Seven of, oh my God, I don't know, why is everything falling this way? I don't understand. And yeah, I have a spirit in my home. So, sorry about everything falling, you know. I don't understand it, but anyway. So you can see that. Hope you can see that. So this card is like a mischief card. And swords are, like I said, air, represents air, state of mind, our ideas, and the way we think, the way we communicate, and so forth in that nature. So when we get the Seven of Swords, deception, trickery, is what you can see in this card. It's dark. It might be some scheming going on. Also, maybe some resourcefulness. And what I'm getting at is somebody's about to be betrayed or be deceptive, and it may be that you or someone else in your life is having difficulty getting away with something, and there are things when we are forced to be sneaky and hoping that we will not be discovered or get caught when we are found out. Also, we have to face the consequences, whether it's embarrassing, punishment, or worse. Sometimes this happens because when there are like instances that when you have to think on your feet and you did something that was somewhat like fuck, I'm sorry, fucked up. That just wanted to come out of my mouth. I can't control. So now there's danger and there's a secret that's going to be coming out. Um, this card, and this will be this is in your past, where you're coming from, or some things like that. Also, you may be tempted to sneak away from somewhere, maybe and indicating in a situation that's no longer working or expected. Instead of dealing with it, you should choose to sneak away and hope that that you will go unnoticed, and perhaps you're hoping that this issue will go away by itself over time, and you've neglected it, also leaving it to only grow to get worse. Now, what I say is the big question here is when you're looking at the Seven of Swords is whether you're escaping will solve this problem or the situation that you're facing. While you might be thinking that you have gotten away with it, you discover that the situation has concerned you and you are found out as you are trying to escape. So while you trying to leave, your secret is blown out, So, um, this, and also it can mean that the Seven of Swords may indicate willingness to go solo on, and you may have to urge to explore and discover some things on your own. It can be that there's an approach where you want to assert yourself by being independent, and uh, something about a group, and you may be encouraging you to go on this path of a group, and sometimes, yeah, I don't know, that's just. Also, lies and tricks may be about to be um, found out. And it may be important to you right now to remain calm, cautious, especially if you meet someone new. You or someone in your romantic life can be dishonest right now, and the worst possible case, even if unfaithful is the case, if your instincts have been telling you that you are being lied to, you may need to control this and have an honest discussion with whoever it is. And if this has been your considered is maybe wait long-term consequences of your actions, could be. And even if it doesn't matter how much kind you are, what's the how nice and lie kind not kind the kindest lie, I would like to say, to spare feelings that will go into problems. Also, you should be a, okay. If you're single, you may need to evaluate whether you've been too suspicious or untrusting of potential lovers, or, in the other hand, this can be leading them or exaggerating to who you really are. And also, this may be some shady characters in your workplace lie to you or deceive you, and it might be a surprise to you, and you may be dealing with people at work that may sabotage you, talking about you, gossip somewhere, bad mouthing how you are, all that to the bosses, things like that. And also, it um, this is like a cautious to you about who you can trust in this situation. Also, it can come from the person you expect it from. Sometimes this card can suggest that you will need a certain degree of strategy to accomplish your projects, and also you may be undergoing other some other. So you may be going to some other resources or an established positions, like established person that's already established, something like that. I don't know. It's and also a degree of working tactically in advantage for you. This means that it can work in your advantage. And not only that, you got to be careful about your finances right now. Well, that was in the past that you're coming from. You may be some sort of trickery, scam, or stealing of your resources, and whatever resources you have, you might want to check it out, because this is saying that it might be trickery, it might be a scam, things like that. So you might not want to, like, you may not see it because, but you want to do some more digging. It might be like a rich, quick scheme. It can be some type of gambling or some kind of money shady deals. Also, you should just stay away from all these things. And yeah, because if things are too good to be true, then it's not good to um, to get into those things as well. So this is like, yeah, this is something you're coming from. Right now, for one celebration, things are looking up, things are happy, two people celebrating, and like I said, the wands are uh, a sign of our inspiration, creativity, and some passion there. And um, choosing this card, well, not even choosing, but Having the Four of Wands, home, community, like I said, some type of celebration is going on here, and it can be that um, happy time, relax, home environment, tranquility. Also, it can mean um, four is a symbol of stability and like a reliable foundation. Also, is a period of balance and happiness. And also, this can be that it's a perfect time for you to get together with close people, such as friends or family. But be careful because you know the COVID. Maybe there are some like not more than like how you do it. It could be with some occasion or no occasion, just just hanging out and reflecting on period of holidays when y'all were together as friends or family, and it also might be that you're suggesting that you invite your friends or your close friends or family to a dinner, or just hang out for a little bit. And furthermore, it also means that you've been working on a certain project, and this card entails that you will be reaching an important milestone in this project that you're working on. Also, this is going to provide you with grounds of celebration, which also be considered, and you can manage to complete a proper and paramount phase of that project, meaning that you have every reason to be feeling proud and satisfied. Also, which are among the general feelings induced and reflected by the Four of Wands as well. And this is in the what's happening now. Also, in the love of the aspect of this card, it could be a family, a reunion, some festival going on. It also could be an engagement, marriage, or some kind of gathering. Also, it could be that you're stable in a relationship built on a strong foundation of trust, support, understanding, or union. To be straightened, like strengthened, you know, with support and also witness of your family and friends. And also, this is kind of love. It's just not the love between two people, but a love is supported within the context of a bigger community. And if you should be single, you may find love in these communities and gatherings that you are going to get an invitation to. And then the aspect career of this card, it's it signifies that you're stable, supportive, and is a kind of work environment that appears to be in this position. Also, you made new friends at work, or the atmosphere there has been particularly positive lately, and there may be also work um, gatherings such as office parties or in the near future, aimed at bringing you closer to the people who you work with. And also, it means that even events are likely to result in closer bonds between you and your people at work. And not last but least, but also in your financial aspect of this card, stability, it indicates that you could be spending that money on loved ones, also buying gifts or taking people you care about out for dinners and drinks. These are good financial decisions. Also, this may not increase your financial wealth, but they're beneficial to your social circle and relationship. And also, you can embrace them and not to go overboard or anything like that. Also, as long as you spend within your means, the cards are encourage you to treat those around you fairly. So yeah, okay. So now, last but not least, what's going to happen in Nine of Swords, and I want to irradiate about the swords. The swords is uh, associated with air, and it signifies your state of mind, your ideas, the way you communicate, the way you think. And when we get the Nine of Swords in this position, means some anxiety, some trauma, some hopelessness, some anxiety, something in that aspect, also it can mean that oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Things keep falling and I'm not even doing anything. I'll tell you. So it means I gotta like do my house all over again. And the dinosaur is often associated with like fear, anxiety, things of that nature, like I said before. And not only that, not only that could be a decision that like okay, so when you got this card it could resembles whatever gathering it is depending on what's the situation, what kind of party is it. Could have some it's saying that you may have some kind of fear right now, and not only that you might have you feel anxiety about all the things that you worry and you keep that keeps you up at night. And sometimes this card can be associated with trauma. Also, it can be a shameful for you to confide in somebody or in others. Um, yeah, so this could be associated with trauma of some kind. And when we're never released from the entrapment, decided I would say. And it okay. So basically, when we have nightmares, like a plaque, and this concerns our mind with logic, intelligence, and with communication. And somehow the Nine of Swords was caught on the destructive end of the mind, and what which turns inward into ourselves. Like questions are you're asking your questions, you're questioning yourself, and you find yourself reciting all the possibilities, all the things that can happen to you, like you're haunted by what could be. And also, this is a sense of repetition within. Um, this could be some event which has troubled you before, and one which you managed to either repress or run away from, and it's coming back again, sharing your grief. You know, the grief, if you are grieving, and he's providing outlet for your pain, and you have to release it instead of you carrying this burden alone with you. And is there anyone that you can feel comfortable with speaking to as well? And you know, you can even text, email me as well too. You know, sometimes a stranger could even give you the best advice, and I don't mind. Also, you know, in cases like this, we are less we are okay. In cases like this, we tend to get more anxiety and analyze yourself and think that this is a feeling within your control. And if there are other factors that contribute to your anxiety, then concentrate on the matters which you can control and learn to ask for help. Angels. And you know, anxieties and fears can escalate with the Nine of Wands. With the Nine of Wands, you know, keeping you up at night, giving you those nightmares. Oftentimes, this card suggests that the fears are not as terrible as what's in your head. You may also be struggling with guilt, remorse, insecurity, trusting your partner, or some mental health issues. Also, you need to understand for yourself that whether these are whether these are like rational, and anxiety may be causing you to avoid what the facing the problem, and also head on. Maybe you, yeah, it might stopping you to face the problem head on, and instead to open your eyes. You may find what can work for you with these issues. And if you're single, past relationships can be a source of remorse, sadness, and regret, and these feelings must be worked through before going into another relationship. And in the career aspect of this card, it could be that you're stressed, and that's where your anxiety is coming from. And Also, your career and work situation right now. Sometimes this card can also point to paranoia and also things that are really not as bad as they seem that you think they are. Also, it can be some good news regardless of the circumstances. Work may feel overwhelming right now, and you may be burnt out. Also, if you continue without changing anything, your stress is going to be due to external factors, which you may need to take. You may need to take concentrated actions such as searching for somewhere to work or changing your career path. And if your stress are mostly due to anxiety and mental health issues, you may need to learn how to think more positively. Internal shift may be needed, and you may benefit from that help of a professional or trusted friend to give you more objective overview of everything. And in your financial aspect of this card, you may be under a lot of pressure and stress right now, and also the suffering you're feeling is real, but the Nine of Swords often points towards anxiety and worries that come from exaggerating the situation instead of looking at it like realistically. And if this is the case, you may panic and you may be from your own negative thinking. It may be helpful to enlist an outside perspective, like to give you advice on what you can do. Maybe somebody you talk to and stuff like that. And maybe this is why this, like I said, this lady here can help you on what's going on. This lady you always go to for advice and stuff that way. And maybe this is, so this card clears this card out as well. And yeah, so that's that. So we already cleared these two cards, this card out with that card. So yes, so that's what we're going to do. Also, we're going to go ahead and clear out. Okay, so here we go. I want to put them back where they at. How they were. Okay. So I had to drink something. So I want to go ahead and clear out the Seven of Swords. We want to clear out this card, Seven of Swords. Spirit, why Seven of Swords is here? Why is Seven of Swords is here on Sagittarius reading? Why is the Seven of Swords here? No. Sorry. Why is the Seven of Swords here, Spirit? Why is the Seven of Swords here? Judgment. We're also going to clear some other cards out as well since we're on it. So yeah, I'm going to clear that card. We're going to clear this card. We can clear all the cards out too if we want to. Spirit white is I couldn't even get it out. That's what I was going to say. We're going to clear that. So we cleared it with the message of the universe. Now we're going to ask, we're going to clear the Nine of Swords. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Why is the Nine of Swords here? Spirit, why is the Nine of Swords here? Why is the Nine of Swords here, Spirit? Why is the Nine of Swords here, Spirit? Why is the Nine of Swords? Can you clear out the Nine of Swords? Okay. So this is the trickery, something's going on, being deceitful, despiteful, whatever it is that's going on. This is the first card that you got. So clearing this card with the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is a major arcana. Basically, the major arcana is a life. You have a lesson learned that must be learned in a situation where you have to learn the lesson in order to things to happen. And also, it's a reflection, an awakening of the Judgment card. And also, in it's clear. So, clearing it up, clearing the Seven of Swords. So focus on the moment where we reflect to evaluate ourselves and our actions. Also, signify that you are coming close to a significant point in your life where you must start to evaluate yourself. Also, this card can also indicate that you are in a period of an awakening brought on by the act of self reflection, and you also have a clear idea of what you need to change, and also how you need to be true to yourself and your needs. And this can mean that making small changes to your daily life, of making huge changes that not only affect you but the people close to you. And also, in the Judgment card, reminds us that we will be faced with choices that we will have an effect on your entire life. Also, this card brings to mind moments where actions you have to take to change the course of your path for good. Also, they maybe have been a moment where there is no looking back, and also the consequences of those actions eventually will catch up to you. And this card also seems to indicate that this is the time for you may have to let go of the past so that you can move forward with your plans to have a new life. And in the love aspect of this card is a moment where you reflect and on what was that now is not. And yes, it's like a choice card of, you have to make a choice of some sort. And now is the time also to take a look at the love life, your love life, and figure out what needs to be changed. The Judgment card also indicates of type of self reflection that you are doing, and like analysis, and also initiated by an awakening. Issues in your love life that you once ignored may be seen clearly now, and you have the chance to make adjustments. Keep communication with your partner open, and make sure both of you are aware of each other's needs and small changes that the two of you make together. Also, it could have a great effect on you and on your relationship. Your past actions and their consequences, whether good or bad, are catching up with you now. So if you made mistakes in the past, use the lesson you've learned to make changes in your future now. And also in the career aspect of this card is a period of awakening when it comes to your career path. Perhaps you found a new purpose or a calling that cannot be ignored. Maybe this can sometimes come from adjustments needing to be made at your workplace or of some kind of position. And also, this can be stressful to you, and these changes can bring you a sense of feeling to re, you know, rejuvenate, like that type. Also, while this can be stressful, these changes can bring you a sense of feeling, it comes to you like your workplace been tense. And the Judgment card also, you may need to be more aware of what about your actions at your workplace and about how they're affecting others. Also, take some time out to evaluate on how your behavior has been and what can be improved, and take responsibilities for your actions and your part in any conflicts that you've been brewing lately or things like that. Oh Lord. Okay. At least to stand up, you can see. Well, let's see. Oh, you can see the card. But yeah. And not only that, you may have to go through a period of self reflection. And this is why you see the lights in her. She's coming out of herself, self reflection. I don't know if you can see it like that. Okay, yeah. And also, uh, in the aspect of this in your financial, it comes when it comes with your relationship with your money. Sometimes it means evaluating whether your financial habits have been like hindering you from your material situation, as making changes necessary to do better. And are you someone that consistently purchasing things that they can afford, or are you always feeling lacking of that, even as your financial situation improves? New ways of thinking about your resources can come now, and it can give you the chance to make positive improvements too. And then we have from the celebration, it can mean that your ideas are brewing, the projects are. This is like a yes card. And again, sorry, it's so small I can't even see it. The Page of Cups signifies emotions, relationships, how we feel, how we think, and not only that, it's how you deal with yourself as well. So the cups in this is your ideas that you're thinking about your projects. It's you're happy, you're dreaming, in that state as well. And is that you should be open to new ideas, especially when your intuitive inspiration is telling you. Also, you could be in a state that such inspiration like this could embrace you and being something that you may not expect. Also, it can lead you to adventure and open many doors for you. It's like a calling of a creative nature. For example, um, if you want to get into music, or art, there's especially strong push for you to go for it. And if you're being faced with difficult situations and you have stopped chasing your dreams, the Page of Cups seems to tell you that you should tackle the issue from totally different perspective, and it symbolizes persistence, and this is the only way that you can make your dreams come true. Listen to your intuition, follow your calling, and believe everything is possible. And for those of you that are afraid to reveal your emotions, the Page of Cups can mean that it is time to release and show those emotions. The creative you and the emotional you should both be expressed, no matter how insignificant we are and they may seem to be. In most cases, some people cannot express themselves and they want to protect their ego. The Page of Cups indicates that this is alright to have a new beginning. Welcome to the real you. Yeah, you'll be afraid. And also, in the love aspect of this card, the person represented by the Page of Cups is someone who is intuitive, creative, and emotional. They can often have an innocent or naive quality regardless of their actual age. If this card doesn't point to a person in your life right now, happy surprises could be in store for you. Now, if you're already in a relationship, you may be looking at it with fresh eyes, a sense of wonder and awe, feeling, and a newfound appreciation for the parts of your partner that you haven't seen before. And if you're single, your approach to love can be one of childlike fascination. Everything about romance and potential partners can feel delightful to you. And in the career aspect of this card, it can be that Sensitive, creative person, career in reading, often signifies a focus on creative fields like art, fashion, poetry, or music, or any of those in that area. Also, it can be that the Page of Cups often you have trouble putting your feelings into words, and your creative outlets tends to be places where they can be express themselves, and also they often have their head in the clouds. However, so ensure that you're not simply daydreaming about your work goals and are actually putting effort and taking actions to make them become real. Follow your dreams. Make sure that you are well grounded in reality first, and in your financial aspect of this card, the Page of Cups is a suggestion that daydreaming and perhaps your financial goals are unrealistic, and it may be better that your long-term future to focus on things that are achievable and completing goals one at a time instead of hoping for the lottery or another risky investment to bring you on what you desire. And not last but not least, six six of swords. So this was the card before. It's the same here too. Same girl. And six of swords. So again, swords is your state of mind or your ideas to communicate the way you think. And six of swords is saying that it involves two people, and you're leaving something behind and you're moving on, and also you feel like, yeah, you're leaving something behind, you're moving on, and um it okay, so you're experiencing a transition of some kind, but one that is not happy, not filled with regret. And this transition will mostly like be the result of decisions you made in the past, and now they're forcing you to leave something behind in order to move forward. And despite of your sadness, you need to remember that moving on is the ideal option for your future. And life is filled with moments when you are going to be forced into letting go of things that you have become attached to. This will also be challenging to you. And the Six of Swords shows that the sadness that you may be feeling, but you have to remember that the pain will not last. So you should look instead to the future for strength. In life, there will be times that the only way to fix a problem is to leave it, and to move to start new. And you may feel like this is like you feel like this is a coward way out, but escaping is the only approach that is left when you leave. When you have tired all your methods, and all important parts in your new course will lead you to happiness. And the Six of Swords in this case is planning to using your logic and clarity and objectively, and also about where you are now, where you have been, and where you want to go. And also, your intuition can help you to listen to it. And if you need to think logically to ensure your success, then so be it. And when it comes to your love tarot reading in this Six of Swords, appears that is a signal of struggle reaching its end. Sometimes this can take the form of ending a relationship, or alternatively putting a painful chapter of your relationship behind you and reconciliating. And also, in any case, it suggests that the desire to leave the past and go forward towards an unknown but brighter future. If you're single, you may be ready to leave a part of yourself behind, perhaps one that prevented you from accepting love. And if you have had old wounds you've been nursing, the Six of Swords, it tells you that is like a welcome sight. You may be finally ready to leave them behind. Also, in the career aspect of this card, you may be putting a stressful period of work behind you. This also may be a relief and a calm as you are heading towards a more relaxed phase of work. You should be making steady progress on your projects. Also, compared to past experiences, these times can be welcome improvements. Sometimes this card can also indicate a recent change of roles or positions into something that you are better suited for. And in the financial aspect of this card, um, is it can mean that you're moving away from financial struggles as you put the past behind you. Financially, things can be more comfortable for you, and you may no longer be under intense pressure, and you can find material stability. And let the past experience be a reminder to you to keep an eye out on your bank accounts. And oftentimes, we can run, from our money issues, and it's better to remain responsible so that the problems don't arise again and again. So yes, that's with that being said. Okay, I would like to go ahead and clear out the cards with uh, uh, the Wealth Angels cards and see if they have any prayers that you can pray upon with the tea candle. Wealth Angels, is there any advice for Sagittarius? Is there any advice for Sagittarius? Wealth Angels, is there any advice for Sagittarius? Is there any advice for Sagittarius? Ab- um, abundance mindset. Abundance mindset. And it says, if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. So, it's more like law of attraction, if you know what's law of attraction. If you don't, it's okay. And I would like to pull out some of my law of attraction cards. I love law of attraction cards. You manifest what you want into the real world. That's it. Now, I want to pick something for that set. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as to something you already have in the present moment. So say, okay, so me, this is how I do it. Well, I'm going to lay back today and I'm just going to take my time and cooking, doing my readings, and other things that I do. And in between, I'm just going to clean. Clean it, make it. So, I don't know when the time I'll have to, or don't know where my money is going to come from. But I know that it's there, even though it's not there. But when you say these things, it's law of attraction. It appears right in your life like magic. Boom. Okay, so I would like to read two of my cards of law of attraction. And I'm just trying to get the ones that are like more like something that you would. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so here we go. This is a perfect one. So I have three of them. And I always pick three because three is just three. Okay. So it comes not by magic, but by universal law. It comes not by magic, but by universal law. Now, with that being said, start telling a better feeling story about the things that are important to you. Do not write your story like a factual documentary, weigh in all the pros and cons of your experience, but instead, tell the uplifting, fanciful, magical story of wonder of your own life and watch what happens. It will feel like magic as your life begins to transform right before your eyes. But it is not by magic, it is by the power of the laws of the universe and your deliberate alignment with those laws. Now, listen. The law of attraction adds power to both problems and solutions. The law of attraction adds power to both problems and solutions. I live by the law of attraction. The realization that something is not as you want it to be is an important first step. But once you have identified that, the faster you are able to turn your attention in the direction of a solution. The better, because a continuing exploration of the problem will prevent you from finding the solution. The problem is a different vibrational frequency from the solution, and all thoughts or vibrations are affected by or managed by the law of attraction. Third but not least, the law of attraction responds to my vibration. The law of attraction responds to my vibration. I don't know if you ever heard of the chakras, the energy centers. So yes, I do teaching in that as well. Okay, so the law of attraction responds to my vibration. A belief is nothing more than a chronic pattern of thoughts. And you have the ability, if you try even a little bit, to begin a new pattern, to tell a new story, to achieve a different vibration, and to change your point of attraction. The law of attraction is responding to your vibration, and you can easily change your vibrational point of attraction by visualizing the lifestyle you desire and holding your attention upon those images until you begin to feel relief, which will indicate that a true vibrational shift has occurred. By you seeing and you visualizing and talking about it like you already got that BMW outside, right? So the more you talk about it as if you already have it, it's going to come to you by the universe. But there's laws of the universe too. And you have to meditate upon these things that you want, and they will materialize into the world that we're living in right now. And I do it every day. Every day. Okay, so now we're going to see your destiny. Okay? And they're just powerful motivational words that the spirit will pick out for you. And we will always pick 3. Okay? Yeah, I gotta get a stand, make a stand or something. And the celebration, oh yeah, it's going to boom. Alright, so yeah. So let's see. coincides with each other. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and see what's your destiny's words powerful for your motivation and Sagittarius. What is your sacred said destiny? Second spirit. What is Sagittarius' sacred destiny? I would say spirit. Pick out the cards depending on what they tell, what I hear, how I feel. Spirit, what is Sagittarius' destinies? Powerful messages for motivation, advice. Spirit, what motivation, advice you have for Sagittarius today? What message you have for Sagittarius today? What motivation? What words do you speak of? Wow. Says it on the cards. So, protection, success with your idea, and relax. Relaxation. Yeah. So, and last but not least, we're going to do our little practical You Are Your Own Magic. What suggestions does the Oracle Angels have for Sagittarius' their own magic? What kind of advice can you give them for Sagittarius spirit? Angels. What messages or advice you have for Sagittarius is in this situation that they're facing? Spirit, give me a sign. Angels, are you here? Give me a sign. Voyage, you already have all the answers. You already have all the answers, Voyage. You already have all the answers. So, with that being said, in this card, basically, you've been feeling lost for a while now. You're wandering through your life aimlessly, searching everywhere for meaning, and never coming up with anything of substance. That's the problem. You keep searching for answers outside yourself when all the answers can be found within yourself. If you take the time to look, you need a spiritual mentor, and at this point in your life, that person needs to be with you. And we're going to get a message from the Archangel and close this with a prayer. Excuse me. So make sure they're all facing up, okay? So, Archangel Michael, what advice can you give Sagittarius on this situation? Or kind of prayer should they be praying upon on? Archangel Michael, what kind of prayer? Okay. And when you do one, take your time making this decision. Take your time making this decision. It says, your prayer to Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relaxed. As I approach this situation, remind me to detach and step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold. Thank you for protecting me. So that's your prayer for Archangel Michael, and we're going to go ahead and close this session. I do thank you so much, and don't forget to tap the bell. I was like, to do that. Stop. Okay, so then, have a blessed day, night, whatever it is that you watch this, and I hope that you really enjoyed it. And also, if you have any questions, concerns, or anything is that, um, you can email me, put in the comments as well, or give me your email as well. However you want to do it is fine. Thank you so much. Blessed be, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.